It's a scary thought, but the possibility of a third world war is always looming over us. With the advancements in weaponry, particularly the development of nuclear arms, the potential devastation of such a conflict is almost unimaginable. Even the ability to launch air missiles means that entire nations could be wiped out with a single blow. Here are the shocking truths about what World War III will look like. In the past, wars were fought with swords and arrows. Now, it's possible to wipe out entire cities with a single bomb. It's unfortunate, but some countries can't resist the urge to fight with their neighbors. But the dangerous technologies being developed these days means that a conflict could escalate quickly and become even more deadly. The world has never been more dangerous. The threat of a third world war is real, and the potential consequences are catastrophic. How the war will start. Imagine the world on the brink of yet another devastating war. But what will be the trigger this time? The answer is not so clear, as many potential flashpoints around the world could escalate into World War III. While conflicts between powerful nations and weaker states are not uncommon, they are unlikely to cause a third world war. The smaller nations don't have the firepower to fight back against the bigger players, as we've seen in Iraq and Ukraine. The real danger lies in the potential for major powers to go head-to-head. Take the ongoing tensions between India and Pakistan, or the never-ending standoff between North and South Korea. These conflicts could spiral out of control if outside powers choose to get involved and use them as a launching pad for a larger conflict. But so far, they've not resulted in a full-scale world war. The real risk for a third world war lies in the world's superpowers, namely the USA, Russia, and China. These three giants are constantly vying for global dominance, and any misstep or misunderstanding between them could have catastrophic consequences. What the war would look like. Forget about land, sea, and air. The battlegrounds of World War III will be much more diverse. In fact, this war will be fought in 5 different domains: land, sea, air, space, and cyberspace. That's right, cyberspace. The digital world we all inhabit is now officially a battlefield. And it's not just a matter of governments hacking into each other's computer systems, although that's certainly a significant part of it. But the real danger lies in the fact that modern military equipment relies heavily on digital technology, making it highly vulnerable to cyber attacks. Even the United States, with all its advanced weaponry and sophisticated defenses, has admitted that nearly every arms program it has is susceptible to cyber attacks. This means that penetrating enemy military equipment through cyberspace will be a top priority for any belligerent state at war. The US Naval Academy has even added a course on cybersecurity dedicated to attacking and defending this crucial domain. We can expect a whole army of cyber soldiers working tirelessly to gain the upper hand in this digital war. But it's not just governments that will be involved in the cyberspace battle. Hacktivist groups like Anonymous will likely see themselves playing an active role in World War III, targeting government offices and sensitive military secrets or plans. They may even try to influence multinational corporations to take a particular side in the conflict. So while the First and Second World Wars were fought on familiar terrain, the third will be a whole new ballgame: war in the space. When a third world war breaks out, countries would be racing to destroy each other's military satellites used for communication, navigation, and spying. These satellites are crucial for a country's military operations, and their destruction would significantly impact the outcome of the war. But here's the thing. When missiles are fired at satellites, they don't just disappear into thin air. They explode, creating a shower of debris that scatters in all directions. This debris will float in space, orbiting the Earth at high speeds, becoming a hazard to future space travel and satellite launches. Think of it like a traffic jam in space. Just like cars moving at high speeds can cause a major accident, so can small pieces of debris traveling at 27,000 kilometers per hour. And if you're thinking, well, we have more powerful ground-based weapons anyway, so who cares about satellites? Then think again. These days, most of the world's great powers rely heavily on space-based technology for their military operations, precisely because it's more secure and reliable. So if one country manages to take out another country's military satellites, they would have a major advantage in the war. But it's not just about military satellites. Destroying civilian satellites used for weather monitoring and communication would also have a massive impact on our daily lives. For example, weather forecasting would be less accurate, making it harder to prepare for natural disasters. Communication systems would be disrupted, causing widespread confusion and chaos. We've seen this happen before. In 2007, China conducted an anti-satellite missile test by destroying one of its weather satellites, creating an estimated 150,000 pieces of space debris. As tensions continue to mount between nations, and with the ever-present threat of nuclear war, the possibility of World War III can never be entirely ruled out. Stay tuned till the end as we explore more shocking truths about what World War III looks like. Advanced technology. Undoubtedly, advanced technology will be used during a Third World War outbreak. As experts predict, future wars will likely be fought with an array of cutting-edge technologies, such as autonomous weapons and artificial intelligence, to name a few. The development of these technologies is being pursued by nations worldwide, with the intent of gaining an advantage in any potential conflict. One of the most significant developments in advanced technology is autonomous weapons, which can operate without human intervention. These weapons can change the nature of warfare, allowing nations to deploy armies of robots and drones that can operate in hostile environments without risking human lives. They can be programmed to make decisions and take actions independently, making them incredibly efficient and effective in combat situations. This has led to a new arms race, where nations invest heavily in research and development to gain an edge in advanced technology. However, this also means that nations with less advanced technology will likely be disadvantaged in any potential conflict. Countries that may not survive World War III. When we talk about the shocking truth about what World War III looks like, it's hard to ignore that some countries may be more vulnerable than others. Taiwan, for example, has been on China's radar for quite some time, and it's no secret that Beijing wants to bring the island under its control. But the question remains, how would they do it? Experts believe China may opt for a more subtle approach, using tactics like cyber attacks and propaganda to weaken Taiwan's defenses before launching a full-scale attack. However, when it comes to Taiwan, the biggest concern is not nuclear weapons, but China's sheer military might. With a population of almost 1.4 billion people and the largest standing army in the world, China has the resources and manpower to overwhelm Taiwan's defenses. And as we've seen in the past, China is not afraid to use force to get what it wants. Countries that may survive World War III. When it comes to World War III, some countries have an edge, while others are at a disadvantage. The United States is undoubtedly one of the most prominent players, with its vast military resources and strategic location that isolates it from possible attacks. The country's possession of the most advanced nuclear weapons also gives it an added advantage. China, on the other hand, is in a more precarious position. Although it is nearly the same size as the US, it has a much larger, densely packed population. This factor alone could cause severe damage in the event of an attack. However, China's position as a major player in the world makes it unlikely that it would be completely wiped out in a world war. Destroying China would be too risky, as it would endanger the entire planet's future. The shocking truth about what World War III will look like is a daunting and terrifying prospect, and the potential destruction that can ensue is unimaginable. While we hope that such a catastrophic event never occurs, it is crucial to understand the potential risks and consequences that could arise. That will be all for today's video. Thank you for staying tuned. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you can always get to watch more amazing videos like this. See you in the next video. Make sure to check this next video chosen for you.